But yeah, I think we have one series that's about to come to an end.
I see.
So we could very well
cool.
fill that in.
So, I'm trying to think. Where did I start? I actually I lived in Israel for 4 years. Yeah, and I always watched YouTube videos and stuff there. I started with Smosh. You know, they've been around since forever.
Gotcha.
And I always wanted to do a YouTube channel and stuff, but I didn't have the thing, and plus internet in Israel was just horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, my 300K upload here you think is bad. I don't even think they had. They had something under a K there. I have no idea. It was almost like dial-up.
Ooh.
So I always wanted to make a YouTube channel, and I came here, and I kind of just pushed it off and stuff, and I was just like, what would I do and everything. So I jumped on, and I decided that the very first thing that I was going to film was Skyrim.
Interesting choice.
So 2012 is when I decided to join. But actually, no one knows this because this video was banned in like every country.
Oh. Was there music in it?
Yes.
I knew it.
And what it was is, do you know who Cheryl? I can't even think of. Wow. Carol Shelby. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
He's the maker of he is the original maker of the Mustang.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That guy.
So, he passed away a few years ago, and I made this tribute to him. And what I had was Leonard Skinner, Freebird, playing in the background.
That was your first mistake.
And yes, I didn't know anything. I just thought, I could upload a video, it'd be cool and stuff, and I did. It was about 10 minutes long. I, poured everything I had into that video. I worked on that video for, a month after he died. Yeah. And it's banned in every country except for Serbia. So
congratulations, Serbians. Feel free to watch this video.
And I don't know, but it has 14 views, so apparently some people have been looking up Carol Shelby in Serbia. But that was on a channel that was called Dark Sided.
Also a good name.
So I didn't do anything, and then finally I made a channel in 2012, August 28th, and I decided that I was going to film Skyrim. So I heard that the only program that I could work with on my PC was Fraps.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that there was no free version of Fraps. The free version of Fraps lets you copy a video for 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So I filmed 15... I filmed 18, 20-minute videos, and I'm why is this not working? And I didn't realize it. So 4 days after that, I convinced my dad to to purchase Fraps for me because you only buy it once and then it's lifetime.
Right.
And my very first video was me playing Slender, because my name is SlenderDan. That's where the inspiration came from when he was big in that time period.
Oh, I would have never guessed that.
So that's actually that's ironic. So I ran SlenderDan, I did a few vlogs here and there, and I really didn't know what I was doing. And it's actually embarrassing to go back to that video, the very first one. It's Slender Part 1, Homeless Man Gets a Keyboard. And it's where I talk about...
Nobody knows what they're doing.
No. And the reason why it's called that is because I was talking about how in Best Buy, my dad and I went there, and as we're walking out the door, the alarm goes off, and they just tell us to go. So in theory, people could steal stuff and get away with it. Huh. So I was talking about how a homeless guy could steal a keyboard.
Wonderful.
And that's where that came from. So I go back and I'm listening to it, and I'm stuttering in there, and I'm not talking for 5 minutes straight. My one rule that I have now is never stop talking. I don't care if it doesn't make sense. Yeah. So my thing now is it doesn't matter what I'm saying, I never shut up. So that's the one thing that I stand by in my videos.
It's not a bad thing.
And, it kind of progressed from there and stuff. Still, it's sad. I have so many series running, so many that I discontinued and stuff. But again, Limbo is the only series that I have ever finished. So I'm hoping to complete that goal of being 25 live on my channel before the year's over.
Yeah. I understand a lot of series. I have a lot of playlists that end
abruptly. Yep. And that's just so that's my spiel of basically where I came from and stuff. I just started out vlogs. I had my friends in and stuff. I mean, what were you supposed to say in there and everything? So that's how that started out.
I remind you, Flo is my friend from WrestleMania 2000.
Definitely.
And N64. So.
And
friends.
I like to do a lot of comedy skits, live stuff. There's I have two friends that I film with on a regular basis, and they're Chance and Matthew. And the thing with Matthew is when we started, he had a blonde afro and he's white.
Oh,
so that was really interesting. And then he had a pink stripe down the middle.
Oh, wonderful.
And I'll tell you, that was amazing. He's the only one that could pull it off. Then he cut it, and it was blonde, and we filmed a thrift shop song parody.
Oh, wonderful.
And we looked like the Beatles. We had these sunglasses on and these coats with Mountain Dew cans glued to it.
Oh.
And we sang a parody. We didn't have any lyrics ready or anything except for the chorus.
Great.
So we did that, and then in the next video, his hair's brown because that's his natural color. So you see me growing up through the transition because, you know, I joined YouTube close to 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But you see him, some people don't even recognize him because of his hair. But that's not where it stops.
Oh, man.
He and I are in theater, so what he does is he dyes his hair now according to what role he's playing.
This is the man of many hairstyles.
Yes, instead of and of many talents too. So what happens is he then makes his hair black, and then for the next role, he's playing in an intense like thriller musical where he's supposed to be like the average teen.
Yeah.
And what he does is he has his hair black with a pink stripe down the middle.
Wonderful.
So then he lets it go back to black because the pink runs out, and then it goes back to brown. And for his latest role, which was he was playing in Aladdin, he was Iago. So he did his hair, he grew it back out as an afro, and he made it bright red because he's the bird.
Greatness.
And that's where he finished. But then his mom said he had to cut it after that. After that role was done because she wouldn't let the afro come back. He had to fight her back then to keep the blonde afro. So those are the two people that I work with. We do comedy skits, we hang out, do gaming stuff. And Chance has either had very short hair or very long hair. There's been nothing in between that. So no offense to anybody, but it's either straight out, he looks about 15 and he's really 20 with his short hair, or he goes straight to redneck when he has his long hair.
I understand.
So those are the two people, that when we get together. And also, I'm sure that you might have a few of these, but some videos get too, I should say, explicit when you're filming them.
Not with me, but with the rest of the group, yeah, there's a few where I'm questionable.
Right, and we just look at it, we start out normal, and then we're like, yeah, we're never going to be able to upload that.
There's been a few thrown out Grand Theft Auto videos.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flo, our resident non-nerd.
I'm not gonna lie here. When you get together, when three guys get together, and you drink about each a case of Mountain Dew, you know, the commentary turns sort of inappropriate.
I understand.
So yeah, we've thrown out a lot of live things that'd be really funny. There was one where Chance and I got together and we pulled a prank on Matthew, and we told him that we were just going to read stupid jokes on camera. And what we did is we actually ended up reading passages from 50 Shades of Grey. And we made sure that we all had water in our mouth. So the first thing I say that's inappropriate, he spits the water everywhere, and it just kind of, goes downhill from there.
Fantastic.
So that probably is one of the most explicit ones that we've ever filmed. And also, there was another, on Sundays, I'm supposed to have this permanent series where I make a rant, but it hasn't happened for a while.
Yeah, it's hard to rant every week.
Definitely. But I've ranted about games, about people, about
the relationships
and stuff. Yeah, and that actually is where I was going to go from there. We've been trying to actually film it before that was released for about half a year. And every time we'd sit down, it started out clean. because you know the unnatural cussing and stuff and just all that with other channels. I have to be honest. I really don't like it because it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit in there.
Right.
And it just seems, you know, kind of, you know, like they that's all they know. So they don't know any commentary, so they fill it in with cuss words.
You might find this hard to believe, but you can check all the way through my footage, and if you've known me, I do not cuss. Ever.
Yeah, I haven't heard you cuss once, and I haven't cussed once either this time. So I like to keep it, you know,
very
PG.
rare about it.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Oh yeah, you've watched quite a bit of my videos. Thank you for that, by the way. I've checked out some of your guys. Thank you. And I think that you guys deserve a lot more credit, especially running three different channels that you're running.
Well, one of them is the channel that is running this is our daily channel. The other ones are just kind of whenever we get time to do something for them.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we do 7 days a week on its own is ridiculous.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, you're not. I mean, you guys, you're signed on to TGN, so am I. But we both know until we get into hundreds of thousands of views, it's not going to make a profit at all or a living. So
yeah.
We do it as fun on the side. It was never for the money for me. So I definitely can relate to that when there's no time and stuff.
Well, granted, we have visions of being the next Rooster Teeth, but
right.
We're also grounded enough to know that we're not Rooster Teeth.
Right.
We're great people, by the way. If they want to hire me, I'm
yeah.
Down.
I would pass that up either. But
Tony would mutiny the team if he got Rooster Teeth.
Oh, I think anyone would. I'd
be happy to let him.
And yeah, the thing about that, then it's difficult with the filming and stuff. I often find myself after work. What I do is I do hard labor and stuff on ranches and farms and everything.
Yeah.
And then I also do stuff on my parents' property. And then there's school, of course. And I often find myself at night, like 10, 11, 12, trying to film a video for the next day.
Yeah.
And it makes it quite difficult. So when I started my YouTube channel, there was never any thought about money. It was just entertaining people worldwide and reaching out. And until about a year ago, I was just working with people in the United States. So I finally actually reached out to other people, as you can see from Instadific and a couple of other people I've worked with.
Who, by the way, even though he's not in this video, you should absolutely check out his channel. He is a great guy to watch.
The Wolf Among Us series is amazing.
I haven't watched that just because I don't want to watch, like, part one of something when I can, like, wait until the end and watch the whole thing like a big movie. I think.
Well, actually, he has.
He has part one up, but like part two isn't done, and I don't want to start part two until it's done.
Right. And I mean, he and I did a Left 4 Dead series together, which was really fun. And also, we're gonna.
Except for that spoiler in the last part.
Oh, the BioShock one.
Yeah, I got right there. I'm like, I haven't beat this game.
Anything after
BioShock game with me too.
Anything after 3 minutes.
Oh, I picked it back
good.
and finished it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been like that on every BioShock actually. Now that I think about it, I'd start it and I'd like it, and then I'd like stop halfway through, and then I'd pick it up, start all the way over, and then beat it.
Right.
So I finished BioShock 1 well after I knew that big spoiler, which was still a really good spoiler. It was still a really good thing, even knowing the spoiler.
Yeah.
Something on 2, and now I'm halfway through BioShock Infinite and haven't finished it.
Yep. And actually, in fact, I think he and I, we're meeting up tomorrow to film something, but we have no idea.
Darn me and my crazy work schedule.
I got lucky. I have school and work off until the end of next week, so.
Sweet.
Yeah, gonna get some crazy filming and stuff in, because when am I gonna get another chance?
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, basically it's just, a passion. I hope to get big someday, and I knew when I started that it's not when. I see it as, it's not if, but when. I know it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of effort. It's not going to be handed to me, so.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, what else? What else about you?
What about me? I'm the quiet one in the group. Which actually causes a lot of problems, because our 7 days would actually be easier if I was a solo commentator.
Right.
I'm far better in a group.
Interesting.
And considering Flo is my go-to guy, and he lives an hour away and can only record on weekends, yeah, we do a lot of bulk work. I come over for a weekend and we'll just knock out a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I can understand and relate to that too. I see Matthew rarely because of his theater, and Chance and I only get together once a month. So when we do, it's just one whole day, just straight out filming either gaming or live, just stuff, just straight out. Because when are you going to do it again?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Like right now, I think we've got like 10 fictional fight clubs just in the can waiting. Which thankfully we have that many done and ready. That means we can work on, Wednesday or Friday or any other day of the week. Give Phil a lot of credit. I threw him into the fire that first series. It took him, I believe the official count was 275 failed attempts to do the intro.
Wow.
The first, hey, this is Flo, and this is fictional, or 5-minute fights, etc., etc. And then after that, he just nailed it every time after. And I'm very happy that he's gotten that good.
Awesome.
I can just go, and he's got it.
Yeah.
Because I can't do that.
Basically, single commentary, is where I started and stuff. So personally, I find it, easy and stuff, but I can see why it can't be. You just gotta be, really quick and stuff, and that's why I keep talking no matter what I'm saying, because if I get off track, I find it hard to get back into the vibe.
Yeah.
It's basically, I find it best to go off of whatever you're doing for commentary to start it out, because that always works. But that's my opinion and personal opinion.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just not a strong solo commentator. I'm the quiet one. I'm the director, basically.
I can understand that.
So apologies if you're working with, the B commentator of the group.
Don't worry about it. I think you're pretty cool, and I don't think you haven't been quiet and stuff. I'll tell you, I've worked with, if you think you're quiet, I've worked with some people, and they'll add something like every 5 minutes, and I have to edit that so much that it's almost unusable.
I know what you mean.
Unfortunately, I can't. I don't want to, be rude and stuff, but I could be filming with other people where we can get quality work instead of, just sitting there and it's me talking. I could be filming with other people, or I could be filming with, doing solo commentary.
Right.
So. And some of them, it's just, that's how they are. And some of them, they haven't worked with people before. So you try to find out, the line between that.
I know exactly what you mean. There's been not too many. I'll give Flo a lot of credit on that. I've been in a couple of videos like, Flo, stop, start over. You're not in this one.
Oh my gosh.
In which case, we'll stop. We'll give him a break. I'm no slave driver or anything, but we'll stop and he'll pick it right back up and knock it out again. Yeah.
And then sometimes, it's just not there. You're like, nah, this is just not what you're looking for at the time. You start filming, then you go back another night and you nail it, and you're like, okay, I'm ready for another 50 episodes, and it's like, where was that the other night?
Right.
Yeah. And the hardest thing, I should say, in my opinion, is like this, what we're doing right now. It's going to be very difficult to edit, because when do we cut it? So into individual episodes.